Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Harakal double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the brothers doing the work of Syrian truth. Um, saw this article kind of going over, something that's been known anyway. If you've interacted with or seen interactions, that young women have, they're all lean, far more liberal than they were, previously. And on top, the kind of peak of that is with, I was meditating on it, really just comes down to abortion, which is, just women being able to done their utes. So I was watching a guy's channel. He was talking about the presidential debate. Then he kind of said it, and it made me think about that. Really, with young women, all they're looking at is abortion being available, because that's kind of a crazy, a batshit obsession that they currently, that they have. That's that specific demon that's is dancing on their spine. And it's the real. I saw this and I was thinking, I was like, imagine they're gonna talk about all blah blah blah, but it really comes down to a lot of these young girls, young women in this society. All they have in their mind is, you know, all the demonic customs of this place, and chief among them is abortion, which they're looking at like, no, I need that. I need to what, to done your utes, which is demonic as hell. Let me start. You know what? Before I even read more on that, just start on this. So Romans 1:24, it says, "Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen." Yeah, these guys have been put into a mindset, and it's applied to them Romans, but within this current world, that rebirth of Rome, that second leg, it's been reborn, those same mindsets, and pushed even further. And one of the chief ones is that taking that ancient study of making children pass for the fire, them sacrifices onto Molech, and now having it as some kind of righteous means by which to to sustain society. And that's really how people are looking at it. They're saying, oh, but if you don't have abortion, it's like all these kids are going to be. But I'm like, motherfucker, why are people out here, having, the destruction of the family unit is why you're having all these children out of wedlock. You've crumbled that foundation that's needed for society to be built. Because it should be a thing where it's like you should be able to just, okay, people have the mindset of you knock a woman up and you build a household, but it's what's the mindset everyone's in, that carnal Babylonian mindset of getting their rocks off. And then since they've introduced the pill, really is the pinnacle of it. It's then allowed women to, they've managed to separate what is it, the act of sex and then bearing children, like they're two separate things, to then make it, it's demonic as all hell. Which is why it's then, they can bring in all kinds of freakism to facilitate under that banner of sex, rather than it being, the righteous, through a man and a woman, how you bring forth seed, which, is commanded, go be fruitful and multiply. Now you got, the same sex things in there, which they're all getting up to in Rome, and they get up to now. And then all kinds of outlandish, acts being done, man. Animals in the mix, all kinds of craziness. Says what? For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Yeah. against nature. It's completely within when a man and a woman get down, bringing forth seed is a whole part and aspect of that. That's just meant to that just is in the mix. But then with post 60s in this time frame now, that's all just completely disconnected. To where people are looking at youth, them like having a youth is like, nah, I don't want to do that. And likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burning lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat. And yeah, that's same thing. And it's again in this current time now, just as the women are left their natural use, the men have as well, and that's something that's glorified, that's held up as something to honor within the society. Despite receiving the reward of your error, when cursing, defiling your body, man. So I'll read a bit more. Well, I mean, start reading. I need to start reading. So in the Hill article, it says young women are trending more liberal now than a decade ago, specifically on issues of abortion, the environment. Well, that's really all it fucking comes down to. Is really the abortion thing, which just lines up with complete witchcraft. That's why it's not. The guy said it, and I was like, you know what? That is actually all that women are really thinking about when it comes to this shit. Because he was talking about the debate and how Trump said, essentially, not even restricting abortion, just saying it goes to the states, whatever. But then Roe v. Wade being done away with, and then she was just saying, what's her face? Kamala was saying, yeah, we'll bring back, those Roe v. Wade protections, and that's what the majority of women are doing. He said, they got an obsession with killing their youth. I was like, bro, it's really that that ancient witchcraft, man. That's really what it is, man. It's that ancient witchcraft, because that's been known as an obsession. Sacrificing the youth them to Molech, it's nothing new. And then surprise, surprise, that's one of the focal points. You see videos online, and you talk to young women in their late teens, early 20s to mid 20s. These are the things they're talking about. You ask them if they want kids, and I don't know. No, not really. Or they're like, I want to adopt because I don't want to go for a pregnancy. And I'm like, bruh, fucking hell. But that's, women, they've departed from their natural use. And that's just another aspect of how this society functions. It basically has made it where any kind of, ancient order, how things are meant to be conducted, that's all been put to the wayside. And that's the thing, is people are thinking, like, because they've abstracted it to the term of abortion, when it's just, just killing your youths. That's really what it is. You want to kill your youths so that you can maintain your lifestyle of frivolity. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I was meant to look it up, because they said, like, I remember she mentioned, like, during the debate, said, what about they don't make exceptions for rape or incest? And then I remember I looked up time ago, and then you go to it. I think it was less than a percentage that are for those reasons. The majority of them are about what they call it. It's like lifestyle or something to that extent. Where is it? So. Okay. And the demographics as well. Fuck you now. Let me see. Okay, let's see. If I can't find this, then I'll just fuck it off. Shit's fucking useless. Hold on. Okay. Okay, yeah. So it's 1%. What year is this? So it's 1% of women through rape and 0.5% because of incest. So like, yeah, 1.5% altogether. But then that's what they always talk about. Well, oh, what if it was a rape or it was incest? Like, meanwhile, was it 98.5% are then just going to be done for lifestyle or because they don't want to have a kid right then. Was it family planning? I think that's the term they use, family planning. Just demonic as all hell. Then don't let the don't let the dude nut inside, man. How about fucking that? But that's it's another aspect of that modern society Esau's established. Which is it's pure confusion, man. On issues of abortion, gun laws, and the environment, women with liberal perspectives also increased by 15% per Gallup survey. Young women views on other issues like the death penalty, healthcare policy, labor unions, government regulation, and the Israel-Hamas war slanted slightly more liberal than in the past. However, their beliefs around some other topics like defense spending did not show significant change. So yeah, it's mainly, what did it say? The main ones: abortion, gun laws, and the environment. Which is really, like I said, abortion's that big one, and that's really the kind of key thing I was thinking about, man. Because let me read this. Revelation 18 and 2, it says, "And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and a hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies." So yeah, they've all drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, man. They're all completely drunk on all those philosophies. Abortion being a key one that came up with the pill, which then let women get into the workforce, and then you have the whole push of women's liberation, where women will compass a man. That new thing in the earth. And it's not new. Deuteronomy 18 and 10 says, "There shall not be found among you one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or to make use of divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh, and because of these abominations, the Lord Yahweh their power doth drove them out from before thee. So yeah, those that make their son or daughter to pass through the fire, those sacrifices, and then what? It's it's put in the same category as these witches, these enchanters, consulters with familiar spirits, which these are all things that now have come into prominence again. And it was even through like the early 1900s with Esau where it had the push with what's his name, the Beast, Aleister Crowley. They're calling him the Beast from the Book of Revelation because it was so demonic. It was on such a high level. But then what? It's with those all those different witchcrafts, beliefs, and customs. Come back in force to where now it's normal for people to have affirmations, crystals, all these things. Witchcraft, and they're doing it all through what the left hand side. It's not really a mystery presently. It's completely, perfectly normal. Because what does it say? Thou shalt be perfect before, with the Lord Yahweh thy power. Isaiah 32:11, it says, Tremble, you women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless daughters. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. And yeah, tremble, you women that are at ease. Because within this society is a level of ease beyond there's even been before. Now, before, in the ancient world, it's like if a woman was getting down with adultery or letting a guy just nut inside outside of even just in general, then there would be a follow through of having a pregnancy, having a child or whatnot, to where there's evidence of it. There'll be the token on like the marriage night, to basically show that the woman was a virgin, and when that wasn't there, then that was contention. So a woman's virtue in that sense had some value and worth to it. But then when you deal in this modern age, all that's gone in the wind, man. Women can do whatever they want. They can have multiple guys on speed dial. They can have the ute by themselves if they want to, or they can, not have the ute. It's even I saw a story where it was what was it called? There was a guy that was like a sperm donor, and then he wasn't even notified by the courts, but the woman who took his sperm donation got his name and made him pay child support through the courts, and he didn't know until he saw it coming out of his paycheck, which is just complete madness. But that's how skewed this current world is, and that's that's a normal. That's not even a rare story, but that's the levels of ease that women can get themselves into now. You can make all the mistakes in the world and still get the so-called fairy tale ending, with the help of the state, with the help of the system and whatnot, which that's what it's meant to be in the current time. But not to the end. It's gonna hit that point where it's all that glory, all that shine that you so-called have in this world. In reality, when you get to the end of your life, the lack of worth, it's gonna be evident, man. That's why you got what's her face, man. What was it, Tracy Ellis Ross? Tracy Ellis Ross posting fucking nudes like the fuck is the other, like Britney Spears, man. Because she's she just lives, she what, in her 50s, up in age as fuck. She looked good, but then it's just like, what, lifestyle wise, if she can't keep a man for shit, Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Uh, which said unto me, where is the Lord Jehovah thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as a mire of the streets. And yeah, that's gonna be the flip, because now you've got, women able to coast by within society. You basically had, a bubble being created, which they don't have to deal with reality to a certain extent. But then what, the reality of it is Yahweh Shem Shai is basically setting it up so all that ease is going to be done. It's going to come to the point where 7 women lay hold on one man, basically just for protection, just for a covering. Because otherwise, it's all that, independence, that independent woman, she don't even hear that term anymore, that shit's done, is going to be in the bin. Funny as hell. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Shalom.